this video, we are going to dive deep on that avatar we talked about in video number 1. We're going to talk about the importance of getting to know your avatar. And forgive me, I say her a lot. I want to say her so bad, but girl or boy, doesn't matter. We want to make sure that we are speaking directly to our avatar and that they have no doubt that the message and the content that we create is just for them. So we really want to focus on what's important to our avatar and what they want to know about. What kind of content do they need to hear? What skills do they want to improve on? And what conversations do they want to continue and keep going? So most importantly, we're going to think of our avatar always. Is our avatar our existing customer? Is our avatar a mixture of a few people? We're going to narrow it down and we're going to get crystal clear. We're going to talk directly to our avatar at all times. We're going to know exactly what she wants to hear, how she wants to hear it, and how often she wants to hear it. Now, you may think that I'm over-explaining the need to know your avatar, but I don't think there's a such thing. If we don't know what time our avatar goes to bed, if she watches TV or scrolls through her timeline before bed, then we don't know where to meet her and how to truly connect with her. And knowing that makes a world of difference. When I listen to the podcast I love, I feel as if they're making content just for me. It's almost like they know exactly what I need to hear. They know what information I need to know more about, and they crafted and invited guests just for me. And that's how I want your guests and your listeners to feel. Now, when I first started the Brunch and Slay podcast, I had an inkling about who our avatar was. I knew who she was. I knew the woman who loved to come to our events, the woman who loved to go to our website. But I didn't know that the woman who loved to listen to our podcast was a little different. She was a woman who either was on a commute, trying to inspire herself on the way from work or on the way back from work. She's a woman who wants to constantly grow, and she wants to be surrounded by people who are doing the same thing that she's doing. She is definitely a woman who believes in herself. She has all the tools she needs. She just wants a couple of folks in her amen corner. So each week when she listens to someone who had an idea and made it become a reality, that is just fuel to her fire. She's confident. She's in transition. She's in her 30s, late, mid, or even early 40s. She's a woman who's accomplished a few things and who's ready to level up. She's a woman who believes in community, who is a girl's girl, and she is unapologetic about it. She wants a group of women around her to help her figure out what the next step is and who give her a guide and a blueprint. She's caring, she's sharing, and she is a woman who slays. I even go so far as to figure out where she likes to shop. She's a woman who loves Sephora, loves long, boozy brunches with her girlfriends. She loves summer dresses, concerts in the park, and weekend travel, especially on long weekends. She's a boss. Now it's time to dive deep. By the end of this video, you will know who your avatar is. You'll be ready to answer all those tough questions. And no one, and I mean no one, will be able to convince you that your avatar is not exactly who you crafted him, her, or they to be. Of course, when you first get started, you have a little idea of who your avatar is. Is it someone you already know? Are these the followers that you already have? Is it someone who is just like you? So now it's time to chat with folks who've come as close to your avatar as you possibly can. You want to dive deep, grab a pen and paper, and ask them everything under the sun, especially when it comes to what they want to hear. Now let's recap. Knowing everything about your avatar is paramount to crafting a successful podcast and helping it grow. It's going to make the difference between your success and your not so successful episodes. It's going to help you create longevity for your brand. There is no rush, so don't feel any pressure. Take your time, set some phone calls with those friends or those followers, get in their DM, ask them questions, and really craft out a few questions that are really going to help you hone in on what matters to them. Now remember, you can only launch once. So take the time to do this the right way the first time. Now I know for those of you who've been at this for a while, and maybe you already have a podcast or you already have a brand with a great following and you're just wanting to continue the conversation, I suggest you do this exercise as well. You'll be surprised at some of the things your tribe really wants to hear. Don't let your vision keep you from truly connecting with your ideal avatar for your podcast. So dive deep, take the time, and get it done. Now, as you wrap up this video and you download your podwork and you dive deep and you ask the questions, make sure that you think about how can you craft content and topics week after week or day after day that are truly going to align with your avatar. How do you make it unique, and how do you do it consistently?